I'm going to bring in Ken Mahoney along with Nicole Webb. Ken, I know you're a Cathie Wood fan, although I know you didn't like the idea of her posting those trades. But what do you make of what's been going on with that fund? Does it make you believe that maybe some of these stocks are now in a buy zone?
I don't think so. I think there's still a lot more pain. I mean, we like to start with a stock and add up to it, keep adding as it goes increasing. In fact, if it goes lower, we like to cut her losses. And meanwhile, she seems like she's cutting her gains by coming out of Tesla, adding on and on and on, like Robinhood. My gosh, at 50, more at 40, more at 30, more at 20, nonstop. And they're not the biggest disruptor in the world, to tell you the truth. So again, our concern is she does that also with Teladoc. She's done that with Zoom, Donner Blitzen, so forth and so on. And look, just yesterday she said she's soul searching. No, sure, Charles, you really want a money manager to be soul searching. And on top of that, lastly, look, at the end of the year, here we have a lot of her stocks near 52-week lows, more susceptible to more tax harvesting, more tax selling. So for all those reasons, I would not be a buyer here of the ARKK fund.
I want to pick up on that, Nicole, because, really the big wins in someone's portfolio, I'm talking life-changing wins, are names that you buy and hold through good times and bad times that eventually erupt. Think of a NVIDIA that kind of went sideways and then it took off, Netflix, Microsoft after they got a new CEO. Is the message here that is this something investors should be thinking about? Because I know I deal with a lot of new investors and they're getting antsy and they're just not prepared for these kind of downward swoons, even though some of the names they own could a year from now, 2, 3, 4 years from now, be magnificent.
Absolutely. I think the buying opportunities that were presented to us through 2020 and certainly here again in 2021 were very centralized in their themes. And so what we've moved away from is the narrative that when we talk about the market as a whole every day, we're talking about the predominance of just a few names. It is time to add more of these innovators, these disruptors, these market shakers into portfolio. And yes, there certainly is the propensity for the sell-off through the end of the year, perhaps not the ARK fund itself, but look at 3D technologies, AI, robotics. There is real opportunity for the implications of that technology, blockchain as a whole, going forward and touching a lot of areas and certainly helping the bottom line of existing companies with more profitability and future implications.
So we've got two great perspectives there. Hey, Ken, let me ask you about Apple. This is doing what you like. It keeps going up. It looks like it's inevitable. It's got a date with $3 trillion. Is this something, if someone wasn't in it today and said, hey, Ken, do I buy Apple today? What do you tell them?
An apple a day keeps it down. Absolutely buy Apple here. I love when stocks take out new highs and continue. There's very little resistance there. Now let's look at Apple for a second. What a very wide moat. Hard to get into their business, right? The barriers of entry are immense. The ecosystem that they're doing, get involved in autonomous, a lot of growth areas. I mean, seriously, everything they do is right on cue. And by the way, 25% of Berkshire Hathaway's holdings is now Apple. And Warren Buffett's pretty smart.
Apple will save Warren Buffett. I mean, I'm glad. If he had to pick one tech stock, he picked the right one. Hey, I got 20 seconds, Nicole. What do you like here, and what's the best new advice for folks as we continue with this choppy market?
Yeah, my favorite choppy market positions looking forward to 2022, a post-COVID exhaustion from the consumer. Amgen, Zimmer, some of these orthopedic companies that have gotten annihilated, not really performing, but I think we're going to see them come online. We haven't seen the same supply chain disruption there. And so that excites me going back into the new year.
Well, thank you both very much, Nicole and Ken. Have a fantastic week. And Liz, it was